All right, welcome to part 2 of the final practical review videos. So this one's going to focus on lower extremity muscle IDs, common actions, and common nerves. So let's jump right in. All right, so everything is already numbered. So anything, all the numbers that are directly on the muscle, mostly in white, are going to just be for IDs. So identify the muscle for number 1, number 2, etc. And then on the side, in black, those are going to be asking common actions or common nerves of a certain group of muscles. So make sure you pay attention to the numbers on those. So you can go ahead and pause the video, go through these questions on your own, and then we will come back and go over them. All right, so go ahead and pause now. All right, so number 1, that is going to be the pectineus. Right, so I'm going to write them kind of small here on the muscle as best I can, but just make sure you're listening as you go check your work. And just to point out, I did say this in the last video, this is not a comprehensive list, so we do cover most of the muscle IDs in this video, but it is not all of them, so keep that in mind. This is just a way to practice. You should be reviewing in plenty of different ways, studying in a lot of different ways. Don't rely just on this video for your studying, right? Make sure you're going and reviewing on visible body or review packets, your notes, etc. Right, number 2 is going to be the sartorius. 3 is going to be rectus femoris. And 4 is going to be TFL, tensor fasciae lata. All right, and so now we have number 5 is asking common action of numbers 1 through 4. That's going to be hip flexion. All right. Number 6, so that's going to be that small one right in here. I'll kind of pull this out. That's going to be adductor brevis. 7 is going to be adductor longus. 8 is going to be adductor magnus. And 9 is going to be gracilis. All right, so now number 10 is asking common actions of numbers 6 through 9, and that's going to be hip adduction, adduction. And number 11 is asking common nerve. That's going to be the obturator nerve. All right, and number 12, oh, I guess I numbered these a little funky. Sorry about that. So this should have been number, let's see, 15. And this one should have been 16, I believe. So sorry if that was confusing. If you need to change your answers or fix anything up, go ahead and do that now before we go through them. Sorry about that. So number 12 is asking for a muscle ID. That's going to be the vastus medialis. 13 is going to be vastus lateralis. And 14 here is going to be vastus intermedius. So notice how on this one here, the rectus femoris is dissected out so that you can see a little bit deeper where the vastus intermedius is. So keep that in mind when you're looking. You can see that a part of the femur up here when the rectus femoris is dissected out, whereas when it's present you can't. So keep that in mind when looking at some of the pictures. All right, so number 15 is asking for the common actions of number 3 and numbers 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so that is going to be knee extension. And number 16 is asking for the common nerves of, this is a big group, numbers 1 through 4 and 12 through 14. So hopefully for that you got femoral nerve. All right, so that was the anterior view. Let's move on to posterior. So number 17 is going to be glute max, gluteus maximus. Number 18 is going to be semitendinosus. Number 19 is going to be semimembranosus. So remember that's lying underneath semitendinosus. And 20 is going to be biceps femoris long head. All right, so the common action, so for number 21, the common action of 17 through 20 is going to be hip extension. So that's including glute max, whereas the common actions of numbers 18 through 20, so without glute max, and this picture doesn't show it, but biceps femoris short head is also included in this group. It's just not in this view. That's going to be knee flexion. All right, let's move up here to deep in the hip. So for number 23 is going to be the piriformis. Number 24 is going to be the gemellus superior. 25 is going to be the obturator internus. And 25 is pictured in both places. That wasn't a mistake. So this is also the obturator internus. 26 is going to be gemellus inferior. And 27 is going to be quadratus femoris. Right, so from this view, we cannot see the obturator externus. All right, and number 28 is asking common action of those, and that's going to be external rotation of the hip. So that's for numbers 23 through 27. Number 29 is asking the common action of just 23 through 26. So that is going to be hip abduction. All right, let's move on. All right, so for the leg, start with number 32. Okay, so yes, you haven't gone through these yet, sorry. So go ahead and pause the video for these muscles. So let's see, number 32 through 32, 33, 35, 36, and 37 are all IDs. Oh, and 34. That one's just pointing to this thin muscle there. And then 38 and 39 are asking common action, common nerve. So another thing to note is this is the most superficial view, and this is the most deep view. Moving from right to left for superficial to deep. Yeah. And this is going to be a left leg, a right, and then this one is also a left. So keep that in mind as well, if needed. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video now and go through those on your own, and we'll go through them together. So number 32 is going to be the gastrocnemius. 33 is going to be the soleus. 34 is going to be plantaris. 35 is going to be flexor digitorum longus. 36 is going to be tibialis posterior, or posterior tibialis. 37 is going to be flexor hallucis longus. So for 38, common action of number 32 through 37, so that is going to be plantar flexion. And the common nerve for those muscles is going to be tibial nerve. All right, so hopefully those weren't too bad. Let's move on. So now we have our last couple questions for the leg and for this video. So go through these questions, pause the video, go through these questions. 40 and 41 are asking for IDs, and then 42 and 43 are going to be asking common action and common nerve of those. And then 44, 46, and 44, 45, and 46 are going to be asking for IDs as well, and then 47 and 48, common action, common nerve. So go ahead and pause the video, and we'll go through them together afterwards. All right, so number 40 is going to be peroneus longus. 41 is going to be peroneus brevis, or fibularis longus and fibularis brevis, whatever you prefer. Both are correct. So the common action of those two muscles is going to be eversion of the foot. And the common nerve for number 43, that's going to be superficial peroneal nerve. All right, 44 is going to be tibialis anterior. 45 is going to be extensor hallucis longus. 46 is going to be extensor digitorum longus. And the common action of those three muscles is going to be dorsiflexion. And the common nerve is going to be deep peroneal. All right, you made it through this video. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. As I said before, remember this is not a comprehensive list. There were a couple that we didn't go over, so make sure you're still going through your notes and your review guides, everything you have that reviews everything you need to know for the practical. This is just a way to practice. I didn't want to include everything in every video because that would make for some pretty long videos, so we do cover most of it. Just keep in mind that it is not all of them. So yeah, all right. See you in the next video. Good luck on the